In today's video, we're going to be taking a look here at the 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook, as well as diving into the upcoming pattern where we do have relentless snowstorms heading in through the northwest and even some snowfall chances as we kind of view areas further towards the east as well. Big time temperature flips on the way also, so there is so much to discuss today. Now, before we get into things, be sure to check out Prestige Weather in the description and pinned comment down below, where we do have early access available to now 2 videos. It's going to be for the 3rd winter forecast, which is now up and available and will be exclusive for about a week more. And also we have our snowfall forecast chance available there for early access, and that one might be about 2 weeks until we release that to the public, and that's where we go over the snowfall chance above normal or below normal. So it's a really cool video, and I feel very confident in it. So it's only $5 a month to access all of that, as well as weekly consulting calls and other consulting services in the pinned comment and description down below. Let's get into the tropics though. We do have this area here, which is now downgraded significantly once again. I've talked about it time and time again, but this area south of Cuba, south of Dominican Republic, south of Haiti, just does not tend to be the most favorable area, especially south of Jamaica and south of Dominican Republic and Haiti. This is just the southern Caribbean. It's very dry, believe it or not, and usually not very favorable. And that's why I was very surprised by the high probability chance of this one developing, and I'm not so surprised of seeing this one kind of just get downgraded over time. We do have a 20% chance over the next 48 hours, as well as a 20% chance over the next 7 days. As it continues to head southwesterly, I think that chance is going to continue to diminish over time. So I do not expect to see this one develop, although anything's possible, of course. Let's dive into the upcoming pattern, and as we take a look at this, I'm going to just take us towards this afternoon. And as you can see, we do have a storm system moving in through the northwest here. 1001 millibar low pressure center there for Canada, bringing snowfall to some of these Rockies. More rainfall for areas like Washington, Oregon, and California, as well as the lower elevation regions. As we move towards Friday afternoon, we can see a lot quieter of conditions. We do have just some lingering showers here along this jet stream for the northern United States. It's very sparse and very light in areas that are experiencing that precipitation, if anywhere really. And we have another pocket here kind of along this southern jet that's set up where we also have similarly lighter showers. I'm going to draw just kind of the flow here of these 2 pockets of showers. But again, minimal impacts as a result of this for Friday, November 3rd. Saturday, November 4th here, we get another system much stronger in this case, 993 millibar low pressure center. So we get this relentless jet stream that is pushing these storms onshore straight from the Pacific into the Pacific Northwest. And we get another major one here. This one even more major in this case. Not a lot of snowfall for the United States from this one until later on. Okay, so once the low is pretty much over areas to the east of it, we do get some back-end snowfall here, especially in Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. Let's keep going with this. That's Sunday afternoon, November 5th. By Monday afternoon, November 6th, we have storm number 3 already moving onshore to the northwest, and I have no idea why that just got so big. So let's kind of backpedal here. Let me get this off screen real quickly so I can fix it. There we go. So now we'll have a normal size pen, maybe a little bit small. I'll fix that in a second, but we can see for the northwest, now we have a 999 millibar low pressure center moving onshore. Very interesting to see all of this happening over time. Now, as we look eastward, we see this one that was the storm before. So northwest storm number 2. It's going to get confusing here. But this one actually does move into the Great Lakes and upper Midwest as a pretty decent low pressure system. Brings showers, snowfall showers for certain spots. We can see that bringing impacts continuously. As we take a look at the northwest again, mostly rainfall, but some snowfall here as a result of it. By Tuesday afternoon, what we see is that this storm moves kind of inland for the northeast. Some snowfall up there for Canada, but really primarily a rainfall event. And as low number, I guess 3 in this case, moves into Colorado, we do see some cold moving in that allows for some snowfall for Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and even portions of Utah as a result of storm number 3. By Wednesday, November 8th here, what we see is that there is still some snowfall showers lingering here. We have an area of precipitation here with this ridge in the jet. So the jet stream at this point is deep diving here, kind of doing this. So a lot of these storms are moving around this low or this jet stream. That's kind of the main feature here. By Thursday, we see that that jet stream is getting pushed to the south here by this cold air as it's trying to move in. So as that happens, we see this precipitation in here sliding to the south with it. No organized low to speak of, really, but definitely some showery activity, to say the least. And look, we don't even have a northeast snowstorm anymore on this model run. I talked about how quickly things can change, and sure enough, that was taken away. So that is, as of now, no longer on the model runs, but that can easily come back, and we do see that happen sometimes. Simultaneously, this is the end of the model run, but we do have storm number 4 moving onshore for the northwest with some snowfall for the higher elevations, rainfall in the lower elevations, and we'll have to wait and see what kind of impacts this eventually brings to the Rockies. Now, let's dive into the total precipitation. No surprise that the northwest sees far above average amounts here. Same story for the east. We kind of get some activity, but not necessarily above average. I would say most of this is about average activity. So it's mostly this area in the northwest where we're watching for above average activity, and then kind of average here in the east, I would say. Let's take a look here at the total snowfall, which I don't have it open for some reason, so we're going to do it here. Here we go. So we can see that as a result of those western storms, we do actually get pretty high amounts here for the mountainous west. Anywhere in the grays is a dusting. If anything, blues 2 to 6 inches, purple 6 to 10, pinks 10 to 20, pastel blues like we see for some of the areas near Jackson Hole there in Wyoming, that is going to be 20 inches plus. So certainly a whole lot of western mountainous snowfall. And then we get kind of these snow showers here through the northern plains here, upper Midwest over here, Great Lakes there, and then eventually the northeast in some spots. Some snow showers as a result of some of that colder air and low pressure moving in. And that is going to be maybe a dusting. If anything, most of these areas will probably just see flakes. Now let's move into the temperature pattern, okay? So we have colder air obviously overhead right now for the east. If you haven't been outside, that is what's going on, or had to switch your AC to heat. Now we see a warm-up happen here sometime around the 5th, 6th, 7th time frame in the east, and we actually get a cooling trend out west. And usually this is going to be enough to force even more warmer air into the east. So we'll have to see if that's a short-lived pattern or if that's a little bit more sustainable. Only time we'll truly be able to tell there. What we see over time is that we do get a lot of cooling air in the east as we head towards approximately the 10th, 11th, 12th time frame. So perhaps that is going to be a pattern that sets in, but this is not looking too promising yet. I see more of a negative PNA look here. So this is a pretty confusing pattern. I think we could have a lot more warmth moving into the east still by this point, as long as that western cold is there. If we see the western cold be more western warmth, then all of a sudden you're talking much more about colder air moving into the east. But right now the PNA doesn't really support this. So if it does happen, I think it'd be much more of a short-lived thing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We do upload every single day, so be sure to subscribe for daily weather uploads just like this one. You can even hit the bell icon for daily notifications when we upload, so you never miss one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.